I don't even know how to start this because I don't know how to explain it. How do you explain the complexity of like the immigration system to someone who is like a natural born citizen who literally has never had to worry about being snubbed of opportunities? For other people who they lack that, like the nationality, not being a US citizen or resident, like missing out on so many opportunities just because of your nationality. It's so hard to like explain to some people who have never had to experience that kind of stress, and it makes me so sad that it's not talked about. I have come across so many different type of videos in my For You page, but I have never ever once like seen like an F1 OPT like struggles kind of thing. Basically right now I'm in a company that not only do they not want to sponsor me, which like fine, they're not giving me opportunities to grow because they don't want to like commit to me. They don't want to like invest in me. And like it's been told to my face that like unless like something in my status changes, but it's like, what do you want me to do about it? Like, what can I do about it, dude?
This is the reality of living in America. This morning I took my daughter to daycare and I pulled up next to a vehicle that was run down and beat up. And as I got out, I saw that there was a man sleeping, like passed out, head down on the steering wheel. And next to him, I'm not a gun expert, but next to him in the passenger seat looked like what it was something that looked to be like a scope. And I know enough about hunting to know what scopes are used for and what they're attached to. But there were bags around it and I couldn't fully tell what it was. So I made the decision, since he was sleeping, I was going to take my daughter upstairs, but I took her up myself. That's a long story. And I told the daycare people what was going on. So they immediately called the cops. I went downstairs, took a picture of the vehicle, and then moved my car to sit so that I could watch and stay there. And as I sat there, I thought about how I was defenseless in that moment, but if he got out of that car and in any way looked like he was going to be moving towards the daycare with any kind of weapon, I was going to go after him. And I knew that I would die. But I don't care. I will die for my child. And that's the first time I've ever had to actually think that or feel that. And so the cops came and he came out of the car peacefully. And then the thoughts started swirling through my head. And this is what happens when you live in America. He was a person of color, which I didn't notice when I called. I swear on my life I did not notice, or I didn't call, but whatever. All white cops. He was not combative. He was very calm. And they did end up arresting him, which I found out later was because he had a warrant out for a traffic violation. And so I'm having just so many feelings right now about knowing I did the exact right thing to protect my child and the other children in that daycare, but also feeling bad for this man, because God knows what his situation is. They didn't take anything out of the car, so maybe there wasn't a weapon. Maybe I must have I don't know. But to live in America means that this is a daily reality for us. So the next time that you come at us about your Second Amendment rights, I don't care about your Second Amendment rights. I care about my child's right to live, my right to live, that man's right to, take a nap in his car. But also he shouldn't be doing that in front of a daycare, but whatever. Just, if you're a parent of a child in America, just be on alert always, always.
All right. What's up, folks? Welcome once again to the channel. I am Fikazo, and let me take this time and appreciate each and everyone who supported this channel. You guys, you're really amazing. I really appreciate your support. What you're doing, it's amazing. I've got your reaction from the video we did last time. It was a video which was very touching, mostly in our hearts, and we got different reaction from different people, whether in US or outside of US. We got different reaction from you guys. Now, I've got another video. We are getting different stories about what's happening, what's going on in US, where people are not able to afford life. What is called life? Living, just living, a simple living, not much things, not really fancy thing, fancy life, like expensive lifestyle. No, just basic needs. It's very hard to afford. We've got different stories. Let me not take much of your time and then watch these stories together. I'll come back with my commentary. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. And all credits belong to the creator of these videos.
I'm sorry, but the American dream never fucking existed. Like, what? Your dream is to work until you are 65 and decrepit and not be able to make ends meet the entire time? Like, I'm sorry, but that just does not sound remotely appealing to me. It's not even about the dream anymore. Like, people are literally just trying to afford living in America. And here's the thing. If you are working for America, you will never be able to live your dream life in America. Like, and I know that most of you have probably already scrolled by now because you don't think it's possible to live in America without working for America. I was a server at the beginning of 2023. I quit my serving job. I started affiliate and digital marketing in April of 2023 and have now made almost $300,000 working online, and none of that came from my serving job. So if you are genuinely interested in working for yourself, starting an online business, check out the roadmap. It's at the top of my page. It literally shows you everything that you need to know to make money online, to start digital marketing. But I promise your dreams are so much more achievable than you think they are, but you're probably not going to reach very many of them by living that American dream life.
People are always saying that the average American makes $45,000 a year. Where does the average American work? I want to make $45,000 a year. Are you kidding me? The most I have ever made is $30,000 in a year. Where are these people working that they're making $45,000? Like, don't just tell me that they're making $45,000 a year. Where do they work? Is their job hiring? I need more details. Like, where are they getting these numbers from? I don't think I know anybody in my life who is making $45,000 a year. Like, that is insane. I think that's like the average, only because like there's literal billionaires who are making like so much in a year that like regular people, they're like, oh, the average is 45,000. The average person, I would say, probably makes like 30,000, like 35,000. Like, you're not making $45,000 an hour on like a $15 an hour fast food salary. Like, where are the people who are making $45,000 a year? Where are they working? Are they hiring? Tell me that, America!
What's the end goal here? Because the U.S. government cannot possibly believe that this is sustainable.
Don't forget, it's also now illegal to be homeless in a country where it's very hard to have a home. Hard to pay our rent. Hard to buy a house. Hard to pay your mortgage. But don't worry, if you can't do that, it's illegal. It's also now apparently illegal to feed the homeless. So don't worry about helping anybody. That's not what America's all about. Oh, and the retirement age has been raised. So don't worry, you will work until you die. I think it's fascinating that the government is not at all representing what America was originally formed to be.
I'm an American who lives in England, and I get asked a lot, why did you leave Florida? Why would you want to move to this country of all places? And if you don't know what's happened in Tennessee this week, there was a mass shooting at a school. And despite all the other reasons why we moved, now being pregnant and bringing a child into the world, I would never have children in the United States, ever. And we were fortunate enough that my husband's from this country that we were able to move here, and I'm so glad we did, because I cannot imagine sending my kid to school knowing they might never come back because people love guns more than they love children. I can't imagine having my kid do active shooter drills. It's fucked up, and I'm glad I'm here and not there, even though this country's not perfect either. It's better.
If you are not struggling financially right now, then you need to consider yourself completely blessed. Like, don't even consider yourself. You are completely blessed. Like, every time I check my local mom group on Facebook, I see requests or people asking where they can get some financial assistance to pay utilities or assistance with rent. And it's concerning because these people are working full-time jobs and they just can't make things work right now. For example, this morning, a woman posted she's an RN working 2 jobs and still is struggling. I know we're all complaining about how expensive things are. For me, personally, like my car insurance doubled in August. I was paying around $140 a month, and now I'm paying $280 for 2 vehicles, and I'm 1 driver. And I have never had a claim. There was no reason for the increase other than they just increased me. On top of that, Florida Power and Light rules the entire state of Florida now. They bought out Gulf Power, and since then, all I ever hear about from people is how astronomical their utility bills are. Everyone is trying to find ways to save money. But as soon as we save money in one area, something else goes up. So it's just kind of like we're sliding this scale back and forth, and it's actually like increasing. We're never saving, no matter how hard we try. Like, I stopped eating out with my kids. Obviously, eating out is super expensive, but I went almost a month no eating out, and it was still a struggle. And if you made it this far, I don't mean this to be like a pity party thing. I'm figuring it out. But last Friday, my birthday, my boss cut my hours in half. So yeah, I guess this is also like a PSA to people who aren't struggling right now. Don't be tone deaf, because you never know what's going on behind the scenes. If you start to notice behavior changes and lifestyle changes, I can promise you it's because people are being proactive, or I don't know, maybe reactive to their financial situation. It's just a mess.
How are people surviving financially nowadays? Because me and my husband make decent money. We only have 1 child. We have regular cars. We're still paying them off, so we have car payments. We live in a decent area, nothing fancy. And I feel like we're constantly struggling. And there's people that make less money than me and us, actually, and they're living wild lives. Like, are people just racking up all this debt? Or am I just doing something really, really, really wrong? Because I feel like I'm always trying to pay something off, or I'm always on a budget. And then student loans are due next month and nobody's talking about it. Like, how?
Hi. So I retired about 1.5 years ago. I'm 56.5, and I retired at 55 with not quite enough money to live off of. But, you know, how much would you pay to not have to work? I've got a good routine going. I'm doing the yoga and the walking, and I'm working on my novels. And it's been awesome. It's been great. I love it. But the truth is, I can't really afford to live this way. And so every once in a while, I think about, I should get a part-time job, or get out of the house and do other stuff. And the truth is, I feel like I'm still recovering from my work life, and I don't really want to do anything else. And I understand that I'm paying for that by being poor. But you know what? It's worth it.
I just took out a loan for basic needs and food. Like, needs/food. I have never in my life had to take out a loan for the things that my home needs. I had to make the decision of gas or food, or somehow budget it and split that and get a little bit of gas and get a little bit of food until I get paid again. I said, there's no way. I cannot do this. I need to have a little bit more for gas, and I need to have enough food. So Affirm has, its thing with Sam's Club. I was like, fuck it. Let's just take out a loan for our basic needs. I feel like this is not okay. This is not okay. We're fucked.
Now, what I can say is that Americans are facing a significant challenge about living, and that challenge is impacting their ability to survive and thrive. That is what you have to know. You see different videos. There are a lot of videos where people are really struggling. Let me take this time and ask you, do you believe in American dreams? Are you still have that dream? Let me give you a simple example. In Africa, many Africans desire to come to US. Okay? They desire, even if you ask a young boy there, he will tell you that I want to go in America. I want to go in America. That's the dream. That's someone working hard to go in America. But they don't know what's going on. Sometimes that's why we do such videos, to express or to show you what's happening, so that once you decide what to do, please think twice. Know what you're going to do. Because yes, I'm not saying America is a bad country. It's a great country. Great country. Great country. But you have to have a question mark there, because sometimes things changes. So people do believe that things still goes on flat surface. No. Sometimes you have to think what you're going to do, and you think twice, because America might not be the same as the way it used to be. Life might not be the same as the way it used to be. Many Africans spend a lot of money in green cards, and that's the dream, to come to America. But you watching me, let me ask you, do you believe in American dream? Do you believe in American dream? We've seen many videos where people say, no, American dream is no more. Let me ask you, is American dream valid to you? Yeah. Are you still have hope to achieve American dreams? Let me tell you, there is a lot of challenges here in US. For example, like inflation is a big challenge. It's a big challenge. The rising cost of living has made difficult for many people to afford basic necessities. That's what I can tell you. So people are not able to afford the basics. We are not saying fancy things like the way you see on the videos and films. No, basic. The basic food, gas, and all the stuff. Education, something of a sort. So people are not able to afford that, which is a problem. It's very sad. Whenever we see this video, sometimes I go emotions. People are suffering, my dear friend. You have to know. So life have changed. Tell me in the comment section, is American dream still valid to you? For example, when you come to healthcare cost, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. When you will know that when you go to a dentist, just, to clean your teeth, to a dentist, you will know the reality. Don't be scared when you spend a lot of money there. And I've got a story. I know a guy, when he wants to work on his issue of in the mouth, like working on his teeth, he bought a flight to Africa. Yeah. There are some good countries in Africa that do better. Yes, that do better. If I'm saying better, they do better. Yeah. And they give you that services at low cost. Removing your teeth, maybe cleaning something of a sort. When he just chooses, like when it comes to a time of vacation, he just fly to Africa and then he finish everything. Or some people fly elsewhere to do that services. So that's a very big challenges, are very big challenges. Apart from other challenges, like for example, there is a story, or it's something that trended. There is this thing that trended where people come in America to give birth so that their kids, their babies will be Americans. Now, recently in election, people have voted D3, and he's going to remove that. You see? So I'm thinking that people doing that thing, they were having American dream. Yeah, they wanted their kids to be an American. You know, being American is a very thing to be proud of. I know people cannot say this. Sometimes they may hold themselves to say this, but being American, I've seen people, and some people are proud of being American. I have an American passport. It's easy for you to travel. Yeah, it's reality. It's reality. I have an American passport. I close all the borders whenever I want. Some countries don't ask visa. Others, they give you anytime you want because you're an American. Yes, you're an American. But above that passport, there will be taxes. There will be a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff, man. A lot of stuff. So tell me in the comment section, is American dream still valid to you? That's the question for today. And tell me, what do you think about these stories that is happening in the US? Tell me what's happening on your side. Thank you so much for watching. Let's catch up in the next episode.